Okay, this is tips and tricks guides. Tips, tricks in the beginning stage when you start off. You know, you might get overwhelmed on what to do. And so this will help out any game player, especially in, I love these games, the Romance of Three Kingdoms series. And Remake is awesome. It's just a beautiful game. We're going to go to new game here. And you could go recommended what they want, officers. If you're familiar with the Three Kingdoms, uh, Cao Cao, Sun Jin, Lao Bei, even Wan Xiao, Gonzan Zan, these are great players to play. Rulers. Recommended is suggested. Um, we have free officer. You don't have to join as a ruler. You could play as let's see, what am I going to try? You could play as a free officer and you work your way up to ruler, or you work your way up to, or play as a free officer and get into whatever government you want to. You can roam freely over the map. That is awesome. That's a beautiful play too. I like that. But we're not going to be doing this. What we're going to be doing is when you're playing a ruler, most people will play the straight up ruler, you know, and get the ball rolling. Everyone within my history, play freely. Okay, so let's go ahead and get out of this if we can. There's officers and scenarios. Scenarios when you become familiar with like different types of scenarios. But let's just start with officers here. I'm going to start with Lao Bei. Lao Bei is a good ruler to start off with. He has two good strong friends, Guan Yu, Chang Fei. Let's play Lao Bei, and we'll play the Rise. Let's try look Dong Zhao's Rise and Struggle for Power. Dong Zhao, the tyrant, who pretty much just controls the little boy emperor. So let's go ahead and play this one right here. And there's options and settings. If you're unfamiliar, leave the tutorials on. Autosave, I usually do it seasonally. I don't do it monthly. I do it seasonally. Sometimes I'll enter war, I'll lose the war, or if I'm not happy and I want to reset. Well, if you reset and start over, or not, well, if you reset, you're still in that war. It saved it. If you do it seasonally, you'll still have the three turns to go through before you enter that war with and change up your stratagem. Yeah, I can't stand it when I'm losing war. I'm just so upset. No, I want to restart this battle. Seasonally is the best. Let's do seasonal. Sound is all right. Battles, animations, and auto saves are on. I usually leave everything the way it is. Movement speed, vertical speed. There is in the beginning of your ruler. Do you want to make your ruler have a longevity life or historical life? If you're playing someone like Sun Jian, who plays in the red down south, the Sun family, they die off. Sun Wan dies and Si dies. Sun Jian, they all die off, and you'll be kind of pissed off. I usually turn that to long lifespan, or I leave it off. So anyway, we'll start with Liu Bei here.
中平6年、漢朝は激動の時代を迎える。霊帝崩御の後、小帝即位をめぐり、外戚家臣と宦官十条寺の対立が激化。十条寺は家臣を暗殺するも、袁紹、袁術らの報復に遭い壊滅した。外戚と宦官が共に倒れた後、朝廷の実権を握ったのは、
皇帝はわしが補佐しよう。諸侯、依存はあるまいな。
聖域平定のため強大な軍事力を手にしていた董卓であった。国政を私物化して暴虐の限りを尽くす董卓に諸侯は失望し各地に散る。
もはや都にはいられぬ。後武帝の孤児に倣い紀州を拠点とする。 円家の着流はこの円航路よ。自ら歯を唱え国政を正してやろう。
二人とも気が早い。都に残る玉が見えておらぬようだ。
改元して後期元年7月、群雄割拠の時代がここに始まる。
皆の者。
All right. So here, right here is Parliament. Here is what you get every season. You know, your 4 seasons. You get to do Parliament. And a lot of times people get overwhelmed. What am I going to work on? So we have this tutorial girl, and she really helps out a lot. But I always start with espionage. You have so many points, strategical points. I have 6, and I like this tutorial here. It really gives a starting base. But what do you do is when you're out there, what do you want to work on first? Well, generally you work on your crops first. Your crops and your economy. You build that up. You can't have a strong army without this. You got to feed your soldiers, one. You got to pay your soldiers too. So why would I ever think about building my military first when you start off financially and as far as food is concerned and financially, you start off weak. You can't hold an army. You build your land and your economy first. That's 101 and most all of the 3 kingdoms. So she explains how the the pyramid scheme goes here. Okay, so I like what she says, R2 espionage, and that's what you should do. You look at the countries next to you, the other kingdoms surrounding you, and the one that's the most powerful or the threat, or you just start by looking, just start looking. So she's talking about it here. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll go to espionage. And we're Lao Bay, the color green up there in the north. And right next to us, we have Qing Province, Kong Rong. Below us, we have Baozin. We have Wan Shao just above us. And we have Hanfu. Wan Shao is more of the threat. I can see the soldiers already there. And I want to look at him. So I'm going to send a spy with espionage. There's 2 types of spy. Plotting spy and espionage. A spy that looks over the country. See what you're dealing with. And you always start with espionage. So I'm going to do Nanpai. Me as Lao Bei is sending Jing Yang into Nanpai. Okay, he comes back with a report. Now I have the spreadsheet of what Nanpai consists of. So their gold, what they have, their seasonal income, seasonal expenses, seasonal balance, their supplies, okay, their troop count. So they got 31,000. Okay, that's a pretty sizable force in the beginning here. Yeah, they're pretty much halfway developed on almost everything, which is pretty darn good for the enemy, not us. Their land development is the yellow bar is almost halfway there. Commerce is halfway there. Science, technology like your siege weapons, your batarams, that's what science will give you. So you want to hire your science up when you're going to siege other kingdoms. Your defense, his defense is pretty low. Halfway there, but 705, that's pretty low. Public order is how well people will will improve the numbers of people joining your army, as well as public order, how well you control crime, thievery in your land, in your kingdom. You want public order to be up. When people feel safe, birth rates go up, more people, the population goes up, more people, more troops you gain. So public order is controlling, if you will, basically when it comes to your troops. So that's where that's at. We'll go over here, listen to what she has to say. Yep, pretty much espionage. Take a look at the other nations. Pick one you want to attack when ready, and etc. And continue. And what etc. means building. But I'll tell you what to build, because here she leaves it open. But you should always be building your economy and your infrastructure first. So now we go over to here. She's talking about use your strategy points and then continue. Some people will go right into continue. But you haven't used your strategy points. We're going to run right over to policies. Use your strategy points. Okay, So with our to policies, we are going to go city policy. Our city, of course. It's the only one we have. And here we have development, commerce, science, repairing your walls. We want development. Development is our land. So we could delegate too. When you have more than one city, you can have a governor and you can put him on development of what you want him to. Or you can have him delegate as he sees fit. But since we only have one country, it's me, the king, myself, and I want to do development of the land. Okay, now let's see, maybe some, let's try, what's in military? We could trade, we could conscript, science, wander, unlock a new science. Right now at the beginning we don't have, I don't think we can, we don't have enough, but let's take a look. Nope, we don't have enough. So every time you come into Parliament, check your science, what you can unlock. All right, let's go to continue. Okay, since we wanted to develop the land, a lot of our soldiers, they have their opinions of what they want to do as well. And here's where your decision as a ruler comes in. All right. So we see our soldiers want to work on the wall first. I could override that and say, hey, no, you guys are working on the land. But I kind of like the fact that they spoke up. Look, I wanted to do cultivation, and that is very important. That's 101. They said, hey, we know that, but hey, our walls are pretty darn weak. Both decisions here are very smart. I'm going to go ahead and listen to my guys, even though for the most part I would override that and do it myself, and say, hey, no, we'll concentrate on this. So let's go ahead and select what they want. If I didn't, I would uncheck them. Let's say I didn't. And I'd go over here to land, and I uncheck them, meaning I'm putting them off that project, and I'm putting them on the project I wanted. Okay, but like I said, I kind of like their boldness there, and they're like, hey, we understand that, and I can wait till till the next season, I'm not talking yearly, I'm talking our 4 seasons, so within the 1 year. So I'm broken down. What is that? 3 months, around about 3, 6, yeah, about every 3 months. So anyway, okay, 3 months into repairing that, and then we'll do the land? Okay. I have no problem with that.
よしよし
Okay. Now here we are. So they're working at the castle gates. They're improving the walls. Now, it doesn't mean that everything else that I didn't choose is left to fate, and nobody's going to work on it. You, as the king, the ruler, I'm going to run right over to farmland. Now, I already know that my guys wanted to work on this, and that's good. I'm going to run over here to farmland and put in my own work. I'm going to see just the common folk, not my hired officers, but the common folk that are working it. And I'm going to lend a hand.
よろしいですか？このような仕組みです。人間関係、いつだって悩みはそこですよね。
はい。
Okay. I'm going to talk about inquire in a second, but I've helped cultivate the land, just gave it a little bump there. But I'm going to go to the gates where my subjects, my officers wanted to work on, and I can see already that all 4 of them are there.
お耳を拝借。
And I'm going to put inquire. I'm going to build a relationship of not only my soldiers that wanted to work here, also the common folk that my officers are commanding on repairing these front gates. I'm gathering public support and showing my presence that, hey, I care, and I care about my workers, and I care about my officers that are doing the wall as well as the common folk. Inquiring, when you raise that, you're raising also how much gets done on repair when you get involved in repair manually yourself. So inquire is a very important thing. So I'm going to inquire of the folks, of my officers. I'm just going to show them that I care. It moved up 10 out of 100. Pub attitude, we can see above repair there, inquire, repair, castle gates. The pub attitude is 10 out of 100. I'm going to go ahead and inquire again. Stay there a little bit longer. Uh-oh, sympathy increased. Okay. The soldiers that I put there actually liked that I showed up. Actually like, oh man, he's checking on our work. He cares. He gives a, he gives a shit. All right, this is good. One thing about sympathy, the tutorial girl here will show you how building that up is crucial. You can gain the skills that they have when you build a relationship with your officers, especially your skilled officers that are just your crack force, you're just your badasses. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and try it 3 more times until the day is almost over with, and then I'm going to rest. You got a lot to work with. Look here. That's just the gates. The garrison where my soldiers train, the tavern, get a feel for the people, the gossip, what's going on in the city. You'll get that at the tavern. Market, what's going on with the market. There's so much to work on. I love this game. You will be building. You will have to pay attention to all of these areas, but don't get overwhelmed. What do I work on first? We got the market I got to build up, the tavern. I got to see what's the gossip in the city is, what's going down. The garrison. No, don't get all overwhelmed. When you start off, you want to work your land first. That's what you want to do. Number 1. So we have the pub attitude and cultivating the land. Let's inquire of the people. Let's just show up here. Show them that we care. We're inquiring of the area. We're here in the area. The people see this, especially the people that work the farms. I'm paying attention to what's happening here.
良いでしょうか。
They're giving me their input. And this, what's good about this is not only that, by conversation with the people working the land, I may hear gossip pertaining to the land or what they heard in their area. Sometimes it's officers, badass officers. Hey, so was lurking around the lands. He's a free officer. Hey, you should check him out. I noticed, a high profile officer that you may want to recruit. He could be anywhere. He doesn't have to be here at the land. He could be at the market. That's why you're going to be developing all and checking all. But you're going to start with your lands first. Let's inquire again. I'm going to spend all day inquiring here. I'm going to stay in the fields. See, as the day gets later, it's starting, the sun is going down. I love that. The detail of the time of the day and what you've done. So I spent most of the day here. And this is what I love about Romance 8 Remake. That is so awesome. Let's see if we can acquire again.
龍玄徳です。お初にお目にかか
I've just met Cao Yan. Look who was out in the area, in the land. Cao Yan. Do I wish to employ him? Yes, Cao Yan has some skills. This is more of my governor type, a tactician type. This is more of my intelligent type. And found him just by here paying attention to this area.
聞いてくれ。お断りいたす。
Oh, he declined. Well, I know Cao Yan is in my land, free roaming, and I know he's there. I'll be looking for him here at the land again or the pub. Let's see. All right. Can I inquire? I think I can inquire one more
良
time.
いでしょうか。
Okay, Cheng Fei. I was also on patrol when I... Cool. All right. So we see that our action points, just above tails, you'll see action points, is 0. So I'm done for the day. No more action points. So I head home. Head to my nice little pad here.
厳禁ですよ。
Pay attention to her because as you learn, I'm saying stuff that she's not saying, but you're going to want to listen to her too. And I don't want to spoil the too much. Well, it's part of the tutorial. It doesn't really matter. But she's going to tell you the importance of the things that you can do at home. I can spend action points improving myself here at home. I could do that all day, and really just develop my character. So this is a true RPG development game. You're developing your land. You're developing yourself, improving your own skills and making them better. And skills and tacticians and things that you don't have, you're gaining those things. You're training and improving on yourself until you have those things. And she'll show you the method on how to do that. Oh, banquets could be held. Yeah, that's true.
ここは注意が必要です。
All right, so we're going to rest for the day.
失礼いたします。
Yeah, coming over to my house, seeing what's up. Yeah, I would. All right, so that was cool, and that also builds up relationship when they visit you, and because they already know you, the starting of the game, you already have your subjects. But when someone new is in your land, you get to know them and build up a reputation with them. All right, so I'm going to go back to the land over here, and I'm going to improve I'm going to inquire. I'm going to gather information at the farmland.
よしよし。
Now, the last time we cultivated land, I think we got like 4 points, something like that.
そういや。
I'm going to go ahead and
はい。
inquire a little bit more. Let's cultivate the land now, and let's see how many points we get for helping cultivate the land. Last time we did it, I think we improved it 4 points. Let's see how much we improve it now.
そうですな。
That's a big, significant number right there. 12 points. All right. I'll go back over to the gates. Okay, nothing I can do there. Don't have enough. Have some points, but not enough to really do anything. So I'll head home. I'll go ahead and rest. But this is what you're doing in the beginning. Your farmland. The front gates, that was a good decision by my officers. I overlooked that, and I'm glad that they were there for that. And the economy. I'll now say, instead of the 2 things you work on, the 3 things you work on is your land, definitely your gates, and your economy. So this is just a beginner tip on what you should be doing in the beginning. And I'll also have after you can do that, what you should be concentrating on. It would be knowing your officers,
よしよし。
recruiting more officers, public order, garrison. Okay, Chang Fei is talking to us here.
お役に立てるといいんですが。お気をつけください。
Okay. Let's inquire. Let's get that up to 100. 80, 90,
少しよろしいでしょうか。
100. The people have gifted me a symbol of friendship as public attitude has reached maximum in a city facility, which is the farmland. And then I'll help cultivate. Do I have enough for that?
Hey.
14 points. That's good. Okay. So 14 points a hit. I like that. I just finished farmland. I'm good there. Have that nice little symbol next to the 100/100. Whereas workshop, I don't. See? So I'm done there. I'm going to run to the markets next. But I only have 26 points. Let's see what I can put in the market, if anything.
お耳を拝借。
And starting off, I could start off putting money into the commerce, but as we just saw, inquiring of the place, gathering information of the area we're in is better than adding money to the commerce. Get to know the people you're going to be working with before you get there. I like that. So let's put what we can into inquire.
はい。
Okay, that's about it for the day. Go back to home, rest for the day. We'll be talking about learn and train in a little bit, and banquet.
報告します。
All right, 3 months later, if you will. All right, we know the land is done as far as the inquiring of it, but we still have to build it up. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go here. We have information on Wan Xiao. Let's look at who else. Kong Rong. Let's see. Han Fu. Let's take a look at Han Fu. Okay, for the work that they done at the gate, we see Guan Yu has done a great job out of all of the guys that I sent there. And yeah, I am going to give Guan Yu a 200 extra bonus payment.
皆の者、確か
主様、ここは注意が必要です。
She's talking about the importance of the military actions.
このような仕組みです。
Now, her information is good, but sometimes it might throw you off and you'll start doing everything she wants and may not necessarily be the best decisions. If you don't have a strong infrastructure, how could you build your military, you know? So, with that being said, we're going to go to espionage. That's the first thing you run to. What city can I look at that's a threat to me, that's right next to me? It only takes one strategical point. And in the beginning, like I said, we'll be doing espionage, checking out the peoples around us, the immediate surrounding us, and we'll be doing city policies. So espionage, city policies. The next threat that I choose, I think, next to me is, I think, Hanfu. So if you could look at the roads leading to my country, I'm the green one. I'm Lao Bei. I'm green here. But above me is, like last turn, which last time we were here at Parliament, Wan Xiao. I wanted to look at him. The roads, he doesn't have a direct connection to me. If you can see from Yu to Hai, there's a road there. He would have to attack Hanfu first before he would get to me. Is there any road? Is there something I'm missing? No. So the next threat I'm going to look at is going to be Hanfu.
どうだろうか。承知しました。よし。
So now I got numbers on Hanfu. Let's see if there's any officers of any interest. There is Tian Fing in Hanfu. He is definitely an advisor type. Intelligent is 95. His politics are 88. His charisma is 66. His leadership is 71. He's good for a deputy officer. When you're in battle, have a deputy under you. He's that guy that's going to kick off those like confusing the enemy. Just because of his high intelligence, he'll probably expose traps that I won't be able to see. My military, as far as let's say my leader. You know, I like to go in with Guan Yu a lot. He's fairly intelligent, but he might miss something. I'll bring a smart understudy with me. But anyway, moving on. All right, so I got numbers on Hanfu. I'm looking at their troops. Okay, fine. Okay, 25,000. Back to policies. City. My country. Development. Let's see. Well, let's look at development. 1235 of 3,000. We did pretty good. You know, I can bounce between development and commerce. You know, commerce is 600. I mean, I want to stay. I could, between the 3 months, I can jump back and forth because those are the only two things I'm concentrating on. You know. And a little bit of science, but I'm mostly worried about development and commerce. My commerce is too low. I just don't want to see it like that. I should still stay on development, but if I jump back and forth between commerce and development, and in the beginning, those are the two things you really worry about, no problem. So let's go. Let's start a little development on commerce.
皆の者
Okay. Okay, diplomacy. She will talk to you all about these other things. And that's good to know. It's so self-explanatory. I love it. But she does leave out pretty much not really showing you about the land and commerce. I mean, she does, but that's the first thing you should be working on. So let's go ahead and continue.
こんなのはどうだ？
いいぞ。
わかったぜ。よし。
聞いてくれ。お聞きくだされ。
こんなのはどうだ？
Okay, there's commerce. Now, I said commerce, and most of my officers agreed with me. They're here at commerce, the three that are here. And Chang Fei wanted to still work on public order. And that's good. He's a military man. They want those gates safe. He wants to, yeah, so I like that. So I'm going to go into this and confirm him. He's already checkmarked. That's what he wanted to do. I won't move the other guys that are eligible of working because they all wanted to do the land, what I wanted. So I'm not going to add these guys to public order. But Chang Fei wants to definitely do it. So we're going to allow that. Then I'm going to go over here to cultivating our commerce. I'm going to go over here to commerce. And I'm just going to confirm that. Okay.
よしよし。
And just next.
よろしいですか。問題ございません。
Oh. Okay, so we went to the bar together and sympathy increased with him. That's good. I'm developing a relationship. She's talking about relationships again, and she will, and you should listen to that, and tales and the storyline. And that's good. She'll tell you all about that. All right. So I'll go ahead and end it through that. So don't get overwhelmed. Concentrate on your farmland, concentrate on your markets, and concentrate on your castle gates. All right. Thank you for listening. I'll have a second one, another video showing what we should do after those things. Thanks for listening.